From being one of the greatest film series of all time to now being on the brink of resurrection, but that might change soon. Here's what you can expect from the new Warner Bros. Lord of the Rings movie. So, what's the production news so far? Well, it's been 20 years since the world got that amazing Peter Jackson trilogy. Like, honestly, that was peak cinema right there. We then, of course, got the amazing Hobbit trilogy as well, but after that, there was a bit of a dry spell. And then, behold, we got the Rings of Power. Yeah, personally not a fan of that one. Maybe it was from the intervention from Amazon. But I guess if that's the case, then it's good that his new movie is being produced by the original studio, Warner Brothers, who, to be fair, have been facing their own problems with the whole DCU, but I guess this is their sort of chance at redemption. So yeah, that's the first bit of information. New Line Cinema, a division of Warner Brothers, will produce these new rumored films.
Don't be so afraid of the string.
Why bother trying to teach me?
Because it took me over 200 years.
Their previous track record is, well, I don't think I have to specify that, right? We all probably know. The films collectively made almost $6 billion. Yeah, good luck following up on that. Yep, I'm talking about the man himself, Peter Jackson. The guy's vision for Tolkien's world was exactly what fans of the literature thought it would be. That's why I'm thinking that if they go with a new director, then, well, I don't think it'll be grossing billions. But surely it won't be a remake, right? What exactly will the films be about? Honestly, I have nothing for you guys right now. Well, by that, I mean that there's no information regarding which timeline or which setting in the world of Lord of the Rings the story will be in. Though, if you're scared that they might remake the original films and distort that sweet childhood core memory, then relax. That's not going to happen, because you and I will be outside the studio with pitchforks and torches. Jokes aside, the executive team did confirm that they won't be remaking the original films. Michael DeLuca and Pamela Abdi DeLuca said that they want to break away from the original trilogy told by Jackson. They tried to revive the fan spirits by narrating their tales of their glory days when they produced the trilogy. Fans kinda need someone to put their trust into because, well, Mr. Bezos really did break that trust. The new set of films will be completely different from all that because this executive team wants to do something more. In their words, they want to explore the vast world created by Tolkien, and to be fair, I'm all up for that.
Our enemy vows to attack. In exchange for mercy, we have been ordered to abandon this tower and swear fealty to their commander.
Oh, and by the way, all this discussion so far has been for potential live-action films. The reason why I need to clarify that is because The Lord of the Rings will now be a part of the anime culture as well. Yep, you heard that right. Oh, and this will be the first of these new projects by New Line Cinema. Here's everything you need to know about the War of the Rohirrim. That's the name. The movie joins the genre of fantasy with anime and is set to hit a screen near you in April 2024. Fans were pretty excited by this announcement, though some did complain that this would be a weird way to portray the films. Their main problem is that the anime world shouldn't be combined with Middle-earth. I personally think that anime could portray its beauty in such a way that we'll be just staring at the screens in awe of all of it. But then again, everyone has the right to their opinion. So The War of the Rohirrim is a prequel to the events of the original Lord of the Rings. And no, it isn't linked to the Rings of Power. I think fans would definitely not want that. The show, as the title suggests, will be on Rohirrim. And, well, if you've read the books, you know exactly how bloody this war is. This is the same studio that gave us that amazing battle sequence in The Two Towers. And this time, they won't have any physical limitations of shooting or getting expensive CGI. That's the beauty of animations. So, I think this movie will probably have the best action sequences in the adaptation series. Oh, and, well, you must be wondering when this will be coming out. Back in 2021, New Line Studios announced that the movie is set to release in April 2024. A little more wait before we go 200 years back into Middle-earth. Here's the storyline for the movie. As I said, this movie will portray one of the biggest wars in the books. That's why fans are pretty excited about this. this. But for those who haven't read the books, well, I've got you covered. This animated movie will showcase the war between Rohan and Dunland. The main protagonist will be the legendary king of Rohan, Helm Hammerhead. Oh, and not all characters will be new. Eowyn from the original series will also be a part of this storyline, and will be played by the same actress, Miranda Otto. That'll be a nostalgic moment for the OG fans, though you won't be able to see her. Because of the time setting of the events, she isn't a part of the story, but will be the narrator throughout. I guess you guys will need a familiar voice after you watch all the horrors of that war. Apart from Eowyn, there will be multiple other characters, most of whom will be making their adaptation debut. These include Freka the Dunlanding, Wolf the Dunlanding, Freyla Hildesson, and Hera. Oh, and there are rumored to be more as well, but they haven't been announced yet. As far as the trailers go, we still are waiting for something official from New Line Cinema. According to reports though, Warner Bros. Has hired some of the best animators, so I think we're in for a treat. If you think I'm exaggerating, just look up a few of the sample art for the film. Warner Bros. Doesn't take their Lord of the Rings lightly. Oh, and there's much more. New films are on the way. After their initial announcement in 2021, Warner Bros. Announced in February 2023 that they plan to release new films. Obviously, the main idea behind all this isn't money, but the studio wants to fill in the gaps.
The day your kind would return at last. Lift us up from the muck and the filth to take our rightful place.
So far, we haven't seen much of Tolkien's Middle-earth, and that's why they want to make films to do this. These projects will focus on other lores apart from Frodo and his journey to destroy the ring. And it gets better. The genius behind that trilogy, Peter Jackson, is apparently in contact with Warner Bros. He's basically supervising these unannounced projects and is also involved in the animated movie. He's the one giving the aesthetic cues for that. So if you still have any doubts about how amazing that movie is going to be, well, they better be gone now. As for what the future projects will be about, well, I have no clue right now. Maybe we'll see a prequel on Aragorn, or maybe the Tall Baron. There are so many options. Honestly, everything sounds great, but I guess only time will tell which projects get finalized, and I know for a fact that all of us will be happy no matter what. We just want more of Middle-earth, please.
This council will reconvene at first light to make a final decision. See to it Lord Halbrand attends.
And that's all from me on the new Warner Bros. Lord of the Rings movies.